Yves Saint Laurent became a design star at an early age. His journey through the fashion world wasn't always smooth. He became the head designer at the House of Dior at 21, and his collections were instant successes. However, a year later, his new line was torn apart by critics. Fired from Dior, and he was conscripted to serve in the French army after a mental breakdown and a lawsuit. Yves Saint Laurent started his own fashion house. His iconic work broke barriers in the fashion world by bringing street style to high fashion and creating the first ready-to-wear line from a French couture design house. So, he went from success to failure and built himself back up to success again, with no loss of enthusiasm, amidst dealing with the negatives of the war, which he definitely couldn't control. Yves Saint Laurent broke the mold. Jack Kerouac. Since being a young man, Jack spent his time experimenting with drugs, alcohol, and chasing girls. Not many success stories start off that way. However, Kerouac's freewheeling nature took him on an adventure across America that became the basis for his book and film, On the Road. This book instantly became a literary classic and single-handedly sparked an entire cultural movement of freedom and individuality. The Beat movement pushed against the conformity of the 1950s and spawned the new era of personal expression and free thinking of the 60s. Jack Kerouac went against the grain, had new ideas, made new rules, and brought around a revolution. Jack Kerouac broke the mold. Lynette Woodard. There has never been a female Harlem Globetrotter until Lynette Woodard. The basketball phenomenon led her high school team to 2 championships before becoming an all-time leading scorer throughout the university leagues in America. Although there were little to no opportunities in women's basketball at the time, Woodard refused to hang up her shoes after university. Finally, after years of dedication to her passion, at the age of 38, her dream of playing in the newly formed American Women's Professional Basketball League came a reality, and she won a gold medal in 1984 at the Los Angeles Olympic Games. She wouldn't let anyone tell her no or tell her what she could or couldn't do. To Lynette, there was no such thing as impossible. Although it had never been done, Lynette believed in herself and made it happen. Lynette Woodard broke the mold. John Lasseter. John Lasseter once worked for Walt Disney Studios. So excited about the possibilities of new technology and the developments in computer animation, John pushed and pushed his superiors to consider using it in a feature film. His persistence ended in getting him sacked from Disney. As a result, John started working for a computer graphics firm, which later Steve Jobs bought over and became Pixar. Dedicated John was a natural fit to oversee all the Pixar films and soon became the director of Toy Story, leader in Pixar, and winner of multiple Academy Awards. After receiving failure, John did not give up on his dream and held on to his belief of something better. Sticking to his guns, he led the world in a new era of filmmaking. John Lasseter broke the mold.